Welcome to Foundation Friday. The dedication and covenant of silent unity was signed on December 7th, 1892 by Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, founders of the Unity movement. It is unlikely when they signed this covenant that they had any idea how far-reaching unity would be as it evolved into the church we know and love today. We invite you to join us as we explore and share some of the original ideas, teachings, and writings of the men and women who created the foundation of the Unity Church.
Hi, thank you for joining us today for our Foundation Friday program. This is the day of the week that we go back in time and take a look at some of our forefathers and foremothers of the Unity movement. Today we are once again enjoying the wisdom of Lowell Fillmore. Lowell was the oldest son of Unity co-founders Charles and Myrtle Fillmore. Lowell Fillmore was, in his own right, a wonderful minister, a wonderful teacher. He was also one of the very first generations raised with unity principles. I feel like it really shaped the way he saw the world. And personally, I really enjoy learning from him. His words may have been written in the 1930s, but his wisdom is so present in every lesson. Today we're looking at I Will Be Strong. And if you're not familiar with lessons by Lowell, you might want to grab a pen and paper because at the end of a short lesson, he gives 7 affirmations and invites us to use one affirmation every day as we're shifting our consciousness for the lesson. So at the end of the lesson, I'll read those to you slowly so you can write them down if you want to. Here we go. Remember that there is within you the ability to decide whether we will be weak or strong, whether you will be subject to passing waves of negation or become a master of them, commanding them to be still. When you have definitely made up your mind to depend on eternal principles of truth and not allow your personal feelings to dominate your attitude towards people and conditions, you will be well on the way to a peaceful, happy, and successful life. After making the decision, however you may, After making the decision, however, you may often need to remind yourself of these principles, especially when negative feelings of discouragement, sadness, inability, shame, regret, weakness, jealousy, fear, hate, and the like rise up within you. If you are tempted to excuse yourself from some righteous course of duty because you feel timid or you feel that your lack of ability, face the situation resolutely and declare, God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, ability, and wisdom. Dear God, if this be the right thing for me to do, show me how to do it successfully. If you feel blue because something that you do not like has happened to you, rise above it on the wings of some such truth affirmation as the following. God has given me the spirit of joy and victory. Nothing can make me unhappy because God is the unfailing source of my happiness. I rejoice in him. Never nurse or encourage a weak feeling, for it may grow and overcome you. Master it at once by fixing your mind upon God's principles of joy, power, and love. Remember that your joy and strength come from all-powerful God, but your weaknesses come from your own negative feelings. These feelings are not able to stand up against the power of God's goodness. You can hold them in line by using affirmations of truth. Hold steadfast to truth, and no little whiny feelings will be able to dominate your soul. When you are off guard, it is easy to avoid speaking good words and doing friendly deeds to those who have hurt your feelings. But you can heal the hurt most quickly by expressing God's love towards these people in thoughts, words, and deeds. The truth principle involved in a case of this kind is love your enemies, do good to them that persecute you. At times when you are not subject to the influence of hurt feelings, you realize that saying a kind word is a pleasant thing to do, and saying it makes you happy. Friendship and happiness are dependent upon speaking good words when they are most needed. But if you wait for the other person to say the first good word, you will lose an opportunity to master your own spirit. Consult the principles of truth and use them by saying good words whenever human feelings rise, like clouds to dim the sunshine of God's joy. We could do many little favors for others, and we do not do because of our timidity or fear. To let our weak feelings stand in the way of good deeds and happiness is not reasonable. If you have at times an indefinable feeling of uneasiness, causing you to wonder if something terrible is about to happen, do not sink with that feeling into the slough of despondency, but lift up your spirit and take a positive stand. Know that all is well because God made it so. Bring yourself up to the natural pitch of joy and well-being by repeating silently, God in the midst of me is directing my way, and all is well. There is nothing to fear. Do not let any human negative feeling destroy your happiness. God will renew a feeling of real joy in you if you ask Him. Confidence and courage come through awakening God's Spirit within you. Jesus Christ promised, if ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love. These things have I spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, that your joy may be made full. There is no joy in weakness, fear, uncertainty, and ill will. Joy comes through the spirit of goodwill, which means God's will. You can bring God's principles of truth to your aid by affirming them and believing in them. The suggestions for daily meditation are affirmations that you can employ to bring the principles of truth to your rescue. I really like that lesson, and I love mostly the language that he uses to teach in. He's very positive, very upbeat. He doesn't say that these things won't happen to you, but he gives us real tools to use to bring ourselves out of the feelings that don't serve us. So I'm going to go through 7 affirmations, and Mr. Fillmore suggests we use 1 affirmation a day. And if you work with this for a week, you'll find yourself shifting to truth with a capital T and out of the feelings that do not serve you. Here we go. The first one is short. The joy of the Lord is my strength. And I'll read that again. The joy of the Lord is my strength. This next one's a little longer. I have done my best as unto the Lord, and I will not condemn myself for my mistakes. But with God's help, I will do better next time. I'll read that more slowly. I have done my best as unto the Lord, and I will not condemn myself for mistakes. but with God's help, I will do better next time. Okay, here's the next one. God approves of what I do with sincerity and love. He forgives all my mistakes, for he is my loving Father. A lot of male pronouns in that one. I'll read it more slowly. God approves of what I do with sincerity and love. He forgives all my mistakes, for he is my loving Father. And I think we can change the language of that so that it fits with our belief and our own language today. Okay, here's the next one. It's long. I'll read it through and then I'll read it more slowly. God does not condemn me, and neither do I condemn myself. I bless my efforts that they may improve and that I may prosper in every good thing. I like that. Okay, I'll say it more slowly. God does not condemn me. And neither do I condemn myself. I bless my efforts that they may improve and that I may prosper in every good thing. I hope you got that one. I think it's a good one. This next one's a little shorter. I'll read it through and then read it more slowly. I act fearlessly, not doubting, but knowing that I am doing right, for God is directing me. And now I'll read that more slowly. I act fearlessly, not doubting, but knowing that I am doing right. For God is directing me. What a great affirmation to start the day with. Okay, next to the last, another short one. I do not condemn that which I allow, neither do I condemn what others do. And then I'll read that more slowly. I do not condemn that which I allow, neither do I condemn what others do. Okay, and our last one. All things are working together for good in my life because I love God and I am serving him in all that I do. What a wonderful truth. Okay, I'll read it more slowly. All things are working together for good in my life because I love God and I am serving him in all that I do. Okay, so that is our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed Lowell's teaching style and ability. It's always a great joy to bring these lessons to you. Before we go, please know you matter. You are sacred, and you are so, so very loved. Namaste.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.